Oh? I didn't think I would see you here.
Are these two your friends?
Yes. We had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are quite a knowledgeable and talented pair, and a pleasure to be around. Traveler, we were just discussing the history of Rex Lapis. Would you like to listen?
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As a professional archaeologist, I'm inclined to correct some of his erroneous views. We are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
The first Mora?
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allowed them to develop trade with the early nations of that time. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Teyvat. The world's very first Mora should have been cast by the hands of the Lord of Geo himself thousands of years ago.
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance has been passed down secretly through the years as a kind of token. For example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Liyue use it in some kind of unknown ceremony.
No. My research indicates that the first Mora coin is not such a simple thing. Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. Even today, Mora is used in the mystic arts for its curious properties of weapon enhancement. The world's first Mora would no doubt possess the strongest power. My next historical treatise will boldly expound on the newest findings from my intense decade-long research. That is, that the Lord of Geo used this original Mora as a catalyst to enhance a dagger and a sword.
A dagger and a...
Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full story. For now, I will only reveal this.
I can't say... Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. But Mora and money came about simply because they are a convenient measure of a contract's value. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a catalyst for people to exchange and trade. The world's first Mora is probably just an ordinary coin created by Rex Lapis. As for its fate, the same as all Mora, I suspect. It was simply spent somewhere.
I think that Mr. Hanshua's hypothesis seems reasonable. Mr. Zhongli's argument, on the other hand, lacks any evidence. How can you...
No, I am not debating right or wrong. I am simply stating a fact.
Enough! Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to brag. But discussion is meaningless if everyone has the same opinion, no?
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how to build houses. The model home he used to teach them was completely cast from Mora, correct?
That is correct, indeed.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so extravagant, if not because of the mystical power that Mora contains?
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce, what material is easier to get than Mora? I mean, I am talking about Rex.
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find some
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us? Perhaps they could be of some help.
I'm just here
Of
for the
course.
good story.
They can come if that's what pleases you, sir.
Salflore. I think that's how you pronounce it.
What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks. So it's best to discuss. Your argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting of the others. You remain objective. So I have a question for you. perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed were evil?
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed certainly must have broken some kind of contract.
Right! The Lord of Geo...
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt. The god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god. But she encountered Morax one day in battle. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to...
What? No way!
This bit of history is a long story. But you may not like the truth.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long time.
You look a bit...
No, it's just...
Over here, Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you. Ah, so you're over here all this...
Put down your weapon and...
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher from Snezhnaya. I'm not here for trouble.
The Fatui say that...
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official document. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here, the results of which will all be shared with the ministry. I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant
Oh god,
named
no.
Zhang Li.
Don't mention
With its
that.
knowledge of ancient history and archaeology. So I paid Wangsheng Funeral Parlor a handsome amount.
There's
To hire Zhang Li as
Hu
my own
Tao.
consultant while I'm
There
in
is
town.
Hu.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes?
What should we
Well,
do?
since it's work, I don't have a choice. A consultant of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor must respect their duty.
Of course you would be such a reasonable man. Well then, let's head out now, shall we?
Eh,
Wait, if you were studying archaeology, can I go too?
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too. This experience may be of help to you on your future.
Ah,
It's a
yeah,
story from
archaeologist.
before the rise of the Seven.
I
Although
don't
the
think I
god of
pronounced
salt
it right
has
again.
Already perished. It will still be a
Ah,
Wait, this is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group. That's too many people.
yeah, I got a problem with that. Gotta adjust some settings. There.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no one.
Yeah, we call
It will
that
surely be of great help to us.
tutorials or YouTube
Oh? What talent?
and Google.
If my friend espies a treasure chest, they will absolutely find a way to open it.
Hey.
Good at that too.
Well, that is quite enticing. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, perhaps something of interest was washed ashore. An ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be great. But a piece of the god's limb would be even better. Who knows what surprises...
A god's limb. It's just lifeless water. He's made out of water. What kind of... Okay, where is that? Guyun stone. Yeah. The god is literally... The god Morax's face is literally just water. A god's limb. You could just salvage parts of... You know what? I won't even bother.
Huh?
I don't need...
Guyun Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be. If you wish to learn about it. Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here, piercing and crushing. After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations we see now.
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's weapons?
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years ago were much greater both in number and in size. But due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity, many of them have been completely swallowed by the sea. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part in the formation of Guyun Stone Forest.
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly very strong in its own right.
Indeed. This is where the value lies in research at Guyun's. Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the Overlord of the Vortex have given those sunken objects a chance to see the light of day again.
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very, rich with archaeological... Well, since we brought so many people, I think it would be best to split up.
I'm gonna break your
Okay,
kneecaps
then.
if you just...
I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in various disciplines, when it comes to archaeology, I can't compete with...
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your...
I get it.
Okay. If we find anything valuable, or... The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
Yeah, I know. I just want to mine these. Yeah, you have higher level than me. Boo.
By royal decree.
Jeez, they deal a lot of damage. War. Ha. Crab. No.
A touch of frost. To dust. Terra smash.
Odds revealed by...
Burn!
2k damage. 2k damage again.
From whence you came, a touch of frost. Terra smash. Terra smash. Quake.
Ha, you got burned. Carrots. Use
Stone
training
Forest is
dummy.
a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
You know, I could just go to the little yellow beaming light. Oh man, where is this treasure here?
Terra Smash!
By royal decree.
Burn!
Wind. 4K. Yeah. Oh, it was not that. Okay. Core lapis. That's the box. Crude sack. I got scammed. I thought treasure was easy to find.
One with my blade.
Let's get these.
They're gathering together here. But why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. But the hydromimic monsters... I have a contract and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them and recover the relic.
Odds revealed by...
One with my blade.
Haha. Oh man.
Time for retribution!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Maybe
Ah.
I wasn't meant for this world.
Odds reveal thyself.
I definitely need
There
healing.
can be no excuse for defeat. My blade.
By royal decree.
Spirit blade. Swift and merciful.
Oh.
One with my blade.
one with my blade. Submit for judgment.
Gosh, dang it, I missed.
Fourth, my blade. A touch of frost.
Alright, how are you dealing no damage?
Swift and merciful.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Spirit blade. Attack.
For a bonus. Okay.
Swift and merciful.
I need food.
It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that.
We all have our areas of expertise.
Oh, sub-art.
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. I even know more than her. She left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find anything valuable to take back. Ugh, what?
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange? And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in Mora?
Isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way? This also matches the traditions of Liyue.
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. We were able to bring back some intriguing objects. Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex. But they have nothing to... The stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of divine power.
Quick, give it to me. Oh, but these...
So, it's only valuable for research if there are remnants of...
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the god of salt is because history can tell us about culture and beliefs.
Correct.
You're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
Nonsense. I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear. If I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
Oh, by the way, you probably...
Oh?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber.
I...
See? You do...
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth? All right.
And where is that? And I definitely need to farm more artifacts and maximize them all. I need to gosh dang heal. You know what? Let's just start doing that now. Changyun, you have a really bad. You're really bad for now. Hydro cryo. I need lizard strayer. I even have. Ooh, yes. Okay, this is good. Well, good enough. Cryo damage bonus, yes. The spiral. Just great rate. Okay, that's good. 80k HP, crit damage. Any 80k. No. Maybe crit rate, but oh, this is great. This is great. Which one gives you a cryo bonus? I only use you because of the cryo bonus, so who knows? 80k, yeah, good. Elemental mastery. That's a lot of weird things. I'm not gonna just pour all my. Down to Saltare. Tara. Tara. Oh god.
Terra Smash! Forth, my blade! Yeah!
Yeah, no. What's this?
I heard that Salterai was once the home of the god of Salt's people. Therefore,
According to legend, the people of the god of Salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous lives under her. But this legend has been around for ages. With the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area, there probably aren't.
Oh, that's just great.
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the god of Salt, which is actually how the area originally got its name of Salterai. However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism... So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the god of Salt. I don't know. There's no concrete evidence. The god of Salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't have any kind of shameful secrets. So, the one who wants to hide some truth...
This doesn't sound like something the Lord of Geo would...
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the god of...
You weren't listening at all, were...
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with...
This seal seems to be quite...
I may know. Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, they do in fact contain the secret to breaking seals. Let's go take a...
Okay, since...
Yeah, you killed her. Killed a woman. Feeling good. That would be... so Morax things. Maybe I should switch to animal. Nah.
Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of Salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed.
Oh, easy. There you go.
See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead the way from here.
We will not ask.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some elemental monuments here. So you're saying, when I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision, but when we lit up all the...
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain order as well. Otherwise, the secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends of Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east,
South,
Jueyun
east,
in the
west, north.
Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
South, east, west, north.
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always...
I think I've heard this saying before.
Certainly, you provide a haven for her people at that time, and that haven she eventually...
How sad then.
Okay, enough with these...
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce. With this clue...
Yeah. But which direction should I start? North. This is north. This is north. Gosh dang it, I need to clear this out. Ah, I'm frozen.
Quake! Terra Smash! Verdict is...
Hi, official, you're up. So, this is north. East. This is west, right? I know which direction. And where is the west one? Is it behind here?
Tianheng in the south,
No.
Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingze in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
Wait, I started in the north. Ah, I'm a dum-dum.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east,
South.
Jueyun in the west, Jingze in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
North. Alright, done.
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth lost to time.
Uh-huh.
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two that...
Okay.
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per claim. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be...
Hey!
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the
I don't agree either.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer... You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this...
You have the audacity to...
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so if we discover the truth behind the God of Salt, you must judge it fairly, even if the truth harms Morax's image.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then.
Time to jump. Wee, and I'm dead. Ah, treasure. Oh, you have the audacity. Oh,
We can do this!
yeah.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Yeah. Trial.
Are these statues?
Totally.
No. These are people.
Ugh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
I'll protect us.
Crumble! Stabilize!
Hua. Wait.
Terra Smash!
Well, if it's not gonna create a path for me, I'm gonna create a
Terra
path for
Smash!
myself.
Look at this!
It just looks like a fancy...
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out?
Exactly.
Able to produce and...
Finally. I just need to pour...
Hey!
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong...
Of course, as we...
Since we have a contract, it's no...
Then let's move on.
Can I also... They were all afraid. At what? The sky?
Solidify!
Gosh, damn it, no. I live. No. Oh well. No. Yeah.
Just a simple rule.
This, if I remember.
Indeed. But the god of salt, when you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt. Much like a rising tide. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a bumper hut.
What? That's even better than.
Well then, according to...
No, and this girl.
Oh boy. Here we go again.
So you are saying you want...
So what if I... Let's not forget.
Because you agreed to... Rex Lapis once said...
That is one of your...
Will suffer the wrath of the...
Correct.
Solidify!
I know where you are.
Quake!
Ow.
This is order.
Totally. By nuking them.
Let's dance.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Oh. Was that easy to finish off?
I shall confiscate your You are not worthy.
Oh, darn you!
Yeah, or he'll turn you to stone.
Some archaeological survey. He could only pretend for so long. Hey, Paimon likes Mora, but Paimon doesn't do...
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, when people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able to control their desire and follow the contract? I think we should be honest with each other.
Huh?
That in truth, not a single member of this archaeological expedition.
What?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you are an expert when it comes to anything regarding the god of salt. You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're really interested in is the god of salt. I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between generations at Yinyuan.
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the Chising, Yinyuan Hall of the salt industry. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Oh, right. Now that you mention it, the people of Leah had...
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He left us alone and we hate, so I seek... We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on.
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Leo is no longer Morax's Leo. Come with me.
Hua, hua, hua.
Terra Smash!
Solidify!
We're on legendary. Details.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Yeah, food.
Gather!
Odds reveal.
I will have order.
Crumble! Solidify! Burn! Stabilize! This is order!
Odds reveal.
Gather!
This is... Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the God of Salt had to fight back. The power of the... If we can repair the sword...
It does look like...
Two pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are two separate relics. According to the contract.
Why? We were alternating...
Yes. But the only one object per claim clause still holds true.
This logic!
Zhongli.
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed.
No! If I only take one half, then it can't be repaired. No matter what. Even if it breaks the...
So you are already decided?
Zhongli!
That is to say...
That's so punish me however...
No, you...
Perhaps that punishment as punishment.
Huh? The truth.
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you rather she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost, never able to win a seat among the seven.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of Teyvat. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
No.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her.
Not even a single blade.
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt. but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Murder weapon? No, that's not true.
As I said before,
Preposterous! You are a...
Hey! Come back!
indeed. Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment? I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. But the contract was Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will find something that will leave her no choice but to face the truth.
Gotta always be sadder.
Are these statue thingies running? What will we find ahead?
Salt. And betrayal.
Oh. No wonder why. They're covered in salt. She killed her own people. Driven to madness. Probably a lot of things, I know. They were afraid.
What are all the... What did they see? What...
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door.
I don't see anything. Oh God, no. Don't...
This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime. The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
But what about these statue thingies?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might be appeased. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse hatred for her people in...
Even if this is so, I can't! This must be a lie! Don't you dare try...
Yikes. Zhongli didn't show it.
This is the price she must pay. Yet I would not call it a bad thing. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply... No, indeed. How sharp of you. Yet this is not a matter of wisdom. Only age. Faith in a god who has already passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also. All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Guyon's?
Huh?
Treading old ground, one cannot help but be reminded.
Ground Zero. No matter what was once here, naught remains but the single flower of salt. He once held something in his hand, a praise and a pose, supreme effort. This must be the one who... Yep. Betray God. You'll suffer the consequences. And you can't go back. Whoop. Time to go to Goyon. I know how to pronounce it, so. I hate PS4 controls. Can't they just make the crosshair faster? You know, adjustments. Of course it's in the top. My god. Get out of the way.
Oz, reveal thy...
Let's dance.
Shadow Raven, let night fall!
Burn!
Oh. Ah.
Let's dance.
Oz, reveal thy...
Revenge. Revenge.
Time for retribution!
And it just gives you one branch. Attack us this. Skyrider's greatsword. Hmm. Unhit. Okay. Oh, that's useless to me. This is how you properly climb. Crime.
Now, I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed beneath the Guyan stone forest. The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. The Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler that she left behind should not return to Liyue. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a homecoming. I ended an era with my own two hands. I've always wondered how I should remember that which I ended. History records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force. I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave its truth. Stone carvings were one such ancient method, but unchanging stone, immovable. Therefore, I thought of you. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If our history is engraved in your memory, it will one day accompany you into another world. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Teyvat. Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler.
It's even raining.
Why do we need to...
As I said before, this is the place to which the remnants of many bygone gods are consigned. This includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to this ocean prison. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folk tales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.
I wonder if there's more stories. If they're gonna continue, like, you know, their acts. 2 days later, I'll do Tartaglia. You good?
I will remain here for a while. I fear that moments of reminiscence like this can only grow fewer. We did not measure right and wrong during the days of the Archon War in the same manner as we do today. Of course, as I am now, I only wish that she could have lived in a gentler time. I will remain here for a while. Though the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler do have power in their own right, They are nothing before Osayo.
Okay.
If a day comes when he should recover his strength and return, I believe that even so, he will be defeated once more.
I wonder who. And I wonder how.
I will remain here for a while. That is a good question. In the past, I might have given you a but now... Yes. I suppose I will continue in my... But if this journey was to your liking, why don't you come along the next time I am seeking to preserve memories of Leo's past?
Okay, I'm not a time capsule. Wait, he... Since when was the boat here? Is this the same boat? Gosh dang, that's still very menacing, by the way. Uh-oh. Can't I just run away or teleport? Oh my... Leave it to me. I have a lot of meat. That's one down. Don't worry, even though he's big, I'm also bigger inside. Or my brain is just gonna implode any second. Either way. Shopping. No questions. I have they do. Alright. Hurrah.
of herbs is running a bit low.
Oh, so he's a soft heart. What a softy it is. Leave it to me. I have to deliver a lot of things. I robbed this. Yeah.
Weapons on this side.
He stole a lot of things. It's quite mean. That guy up there. How am I standing in cloth?
All clear as far as the eye can see.
Just that everybody's a little bit rude today. Anyways, I need to go up here. Yo, child.
Why did they have to give me that transfer? My friend. What?
He's not with you, is he? Can I make it there? Nah, not yet. Can I make it there? Nah. Immune. Heh. Okay, it's just these weird creatures. I wonder if he's still there. And he's gone. Oh well. What the heck? What are you guys going to fight against? Yeah, let's not tell him that she might come here. Like, anyways. Yep.
The waves are as calm as always.
Yeah, I wonder why. I just killed an overlord like a week ago. Just by traveling around. Do it properly. From Inazuma. Ooh. Can I come? Oh, of course it's all the way up there. Don't mind me. Oh well.
Waves are as calm as always.
What next? That's a good picture.
All clear as far as the eye can see.
Actually, you know what? Let's take a picture. Oh. I'm zoomed out there. Zooming out. What next? I'm going here first. Then we'll do Ganyu story.
Adventurer!
All tasks have been handed out.
How's my reputation? Parkour, hardcore. Don't mind me.
It's shocking how much work there is to do, even for the three of us.
And she's been handling it alone all along. The Qixing secretary clearly isn't an ordinary person. It's so frustrating.
Huh? You're...
Don't mind me.
Ningguang's servants? How come you're...
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries.
It has been several days since Ganyu left for Jueyun Karst. She's the general secretary of the Liyue Qixing. We've only taken over her responsibilities until she gets back.
Even though the Qixing have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced Liyue, they still want to pay their respects to the Illuminated Ones. They commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Jueyun Karst and bring the Adepti the... Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual responsibilities by now, but she's disappeared without a trace.
Is that so? Maybe Ganyu just took a little detour. Who can blame her after working so hard?
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Ms. Ganyu, she's been nothing but the most conscientious person in all of Liyue. Even when it's time for her annual leave, Ms. Ganyu stays on duty at Yue High Pavilion saying there is still so much to do. She couldn't possibly be using her mission as an excuse to slack off.
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But she's half Adeptus. She wouldn't get it.
It's because of the... When we first heard the three of us would be taking...
We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload far exceeds what the three of us are used to doing.
We don't even know how long we've been working. We feel guilty for taking even a short break.
Looks like you got a serious...
Speaking of Julian Karst, Traveler, I've heard that you can go in and out of there as you please.
Of course! We've been there...
Ah, that's good news. Could you go to Julian Karst and find Miss Ganyu for us? Preferably before we collapse under this workload. We're safe.
Rest easy.
I remember...
It might
it's
not
about
come
time
back
she
though.
came back to work. Otherwise...
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
Yeah, Mora. Sea of Clouds, Sea of People. There's a reason why they named that, because she's lonely.
We should hurry up.
Aozan. Okay. I think I pronounced it right. I don't think even... I'm gonna ignore what I said and just move on. Move on, David. I'm not here to do that quest.
Standing over there. That's Ganyu. We finally found her.
Yo. Don't mind me. Just ignore me. I need to take a picture. Ah. There's the wrong button. There.
Ganyu, here you are.
You two. I did not expect to meet you here. Is it... I shouldn't. I have left the human world. Please...
Huh? You don't want to be the Qixing secretary?
That's why you're here? You want me to come...
What?
The clouds fold and unfold. When the Adepti entrusted humans with overseeing Liyue, I knew it was only a matter of time until I had to leave. My Adepti blood makes me unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. I delivered the letter and came back to Liyue Harbor, only to discover that I had been replaced by Bywin. Perhaps that mission of mine was just a pretext to remove me. I appreciate your kindness, but there's no need for your words of comfort. After 1,000 years away, I came back to Jueyun Karst, looking at...
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
Cloud Retainer?
One merely jests. One felt your...
Wow!
Come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along quite well.
Old times. Get along?
A matter leaves you at an impasse. Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for yes. Since you are Ganyu's friends, tales from her youth shall one apprise you of, perhaps?
Oh, Cloud Retainer.
Nothing to be ashamed of. You were so cute as a child. One is most certain that your friends would like to hear of it.
I'm a bit curious. That's a good topic.
Oh, Paimon wants to hear it!
Little Ganyu loved when the horns on the top of her head were caressed. When one was still taking care of her, one was pestered most often to touch her horns. She was elsewise loath to sleep.
Wow.
Plump she was back then. Why, when she stumbled while we ascended the mountain, she would roll down to the bottom like a little ball. The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw a real human in the flesh. So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights. One found her wailing of a monster she had seen.
Cloud Retainer? Forget it. It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
One's intention was merely to relieve the awkward tension.
And you did the exact opposite.
Be that so, but returning to Ganyu, most gladdened, one cannot help but feel that remaining in Jueyun Karst shall not be good for her. One will tell you more about her, if you should permit it. Most benevolent among all Adepti are the Qilin. They drink only spring water and eat only whole grain. But perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti in Jueyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness, and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Jueyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Jueyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
You don't have to be like that. There's a lot of people who, you know,
by chance hear this much of Ganyu's thoughts.
like Traveler. He's not human.
Alone, she will
He's a
find
weird
her
person.
predicament hard to conquer. One hopes that you will accompany her.
Oh, Retainer's right. We can't leave Ganyu depressed like that. Besides,
Depressed?
Liyue hasn't given up on her. She's got it all wrong. Anyways, what's that training Ganyu was talking about?
She has sought to reclaim her Adeptus side since returning to Jueyun Karst. At her behest, one has organized training for her to achieve that end. She should be in the southern part of Mount Aozang right now, preparing for the trial.
Huh, is that so? Let's go take a look then!
Yo.
This trial will even so.
I wasn't listening at all, so I don't know. Nah, that's for another time. Yo. Oh god, am I...
So here you are, Ganyu.
Why did you come here? Humans should not remain in the realm of
Don't worry, we're not normal
Considering
humans.
the kindness you have shown me, I can let you stay for the Adeptus training.
Yay!
This trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer. Its goal is to help me feel the training is much to her signature style.
Is it...
No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. The power hidden within you is not inferior to mine. If you're ready, we...
There's a lot of gliding around. It does feel like something Cloud Retainer would come up with. Is a really awesome shooter.
If you could see through the eyes of an Adeptus, you wouldn't be so surprised. We've completed the task. What do you think? I agree. You possess many qualities similar to those of Adepti, despite having none of their blood.
Ganyu, what were you planning to do once your training was over?
The training's not over yet.
Huh? So there are more trials prepared by other Adepti?
No.
Who is it?
Conqueror of Demons.
Huh. So it's Shao. That cold-hearted loner? How come he's prepared a trial for you?
Oh, interesting.
I found him unapproachable at first, too. But I believe that being able to face him is... He's already...
Of course!
Hippity hoppity. I'm going to break my knees. Wait, is there water there, right? There's water there, right? Is it deep enough? Nah, it's not deep enough. Yeah, it's definitely not deep enough. Yo, loner. My bud.
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned—
I'm sorry.
I don't need your explanations and don't require—
Xiao is such a...
You're neither an Adeptus nor a human. Always treading the line between the two worlds. Instead of explaining yourself to me, you should face your true self.
So...
I have nothing to hide.
The body and the mind are one. If something worries your mind, your body can help you find a solution. The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential of your body.
Yes. I'm ready. We're way behind schedule.
The trial's begun! Paimon can feel it in the air. Even the weather's changed. No touching.
Access denied.
Access denied.
Next on the agenda, Born of Ice and Frost. Blaze over. Born of Ice and Frost. No touching. No touching. For Rex Lapis.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Bird.
Access denied. Next on the agenda, all hail!
Terra Smash!
No touching. Next on the agenda, Blaze over.
Yeah!
on the...
By royal
No touching! This is long overdue.
Come on, we can do it.
We're way behind schedule. Born of ice and frost.
Let the show begin. Odds reveal.
I've completed your trial.
You don't have to report back to me. Only you can evaluate.
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
From tomorrow on, I'll start raising the difficulty of your training, so you'll
I have to do what?
Another one of those pesky visitors. I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a
pesky visit?
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis. I've finally come. Are all of you the great! My name's Sin Chung. I came to...
Oh, so it's a pilgrim.
I can see why Yao finds trouble.
He can handle any battle, but talking to strange humans is...
I am also one of the Adepti. You can say that I'm an Adeptus in...
Perfect! I didn't come in vain then. Although you sound a bit half-hearted. Doesn't matter. Shh. What blessings can you grant me?
Wow, straight.
Dear Pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't help every pilgrim for free.
For free? Do you mean that you charge people?
That's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that it would be unfair to other people if you...
Hold on. I've heard this all before.
Your father must have experienced... A person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing after fairy tales.
Are you a real Adeptus? Why do you speak and behave? You sure you're not one of those swindlers who pose as an Adeptus to cheat people out of their money? Ugh, how dare you reprove me? I bet you can...
He might sorta have a point.
Enough! Doesn't matter if you're a real Adeptus or not.
Nobody's...
It's not his behavior. I thought that coming back to Juyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make... But being questioned by him made me realize that I... But... I'm on...
It's true!
Alright. If I'm proven right.
It's a step in the right...
Yep. Where are we going again? Pretty sure it's here.
I suppose you have a point.
That's right. Where do you want to go first, then?
I've spent too much time in the mountains. Let's go for a walk in the port.
Happy to come with.
I nearly broke my knees again.
The smell of the sea breeze. Well, I used to be so busy. I haven't taken a stroll around here in a long time. Well, when I think about my time here, I've spent most of it behind a desk filing documents. It put me in a certain mood, similar to the one I felt during my training in Juyun Karst, in fact.
Why, isn't it little Miss Ganyu? I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here. You were always so terribly busy.
This old man called her Little Miss Ganyu.
Miss Ganyu.
Please don't also start calling me that. Allow me to introduce Uncle Tien. He is...
That's all right. Just tell them the truth. They have done so much for Liyue after all, and I am the one who has yet to introduce myself.
Uncle Tien is a member of the Liyue Qixing.
What? His grandpa is a member of the Qixing? The same rank as Ningguang?
Hush now. I must ask for your discretion concerning my identity. Fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures of my life. I have no wish to be followed around by those armed guards. In most people's eyes, I'm just a forgetful and wordy...
Uncle Tien is too modest. He's been around for a long time. There's no one who can replace a person of such noble character.
Oh...
Uncle Tien, a person of your standing should really stop
Oh, my apologies. Thank you for looking after me when I first ascended to my position.
Oh, so you've been...
Oh, I was just fulfilling my duties as the Qixing secretary. It's nothing...
Talking about secretaries... Oh, I don't know if I should bring...
Yes, she works at Yue High Pavilion.
I don't know myself, really. She's all grown up now and doesn't like to ask. May I trouble you to meet her at Yue High Pavilion?
With pleasure. Solving the Qixing's problems has...
She's back in character. Just like that, huh? Let's move it.
Help, parkour, hardcore. What the heck? Ah, I can remember my way. Ah, I failed the jump.
Miss Ganyu. I don't... Indeed, it has been a while, Weishin. I'm flat. I heard that you've encountered some problems. Abusing his stuff. Don't worry. I'm always...
Ganyu's not only a competent
So...
Ugh, where should I start? There are obvious irregularities in the tax declarations of two stores, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique. However, whether I question the shopkeepers or check their accounts, I can't seem to make any progress with my investigation. Without any evidence, my hands are tied.
I see. It's not uncommon for merchants to be blinded by greed.
Well, is there any solution you can advise?
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario. All right. Let's approach it this way, then. Your enemy knows you best.
Huh?
If I remember correctly, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique are old business rivals, competing for market share due to their similar wares.
In that case... I know what you mean, Miss Ganyu.
Exactly. Let's start with Wanyo Boutique. The owner's name is... Bolai, isn't it?
Yes, you're right.
Let's dance.
Don't mind me.
Aha! We meet again, traveler.
That won't be necessary, Mr. Bolai. Wanyo Boutique's credit is not... Should we need to place...
What? Ugh. That rascal don't...
Well, Second Life's credit has always been excellent, and based on... Huh. Is there any...
Don't let that rascal fool you. If you don't believe me, show me his...
You know Second Life's...
Of course. I'd rather lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
Well then, please look over...
Oh, of course. Line by... Ah, here. That exquisite wooden furniture set he... Look at the tax record. Not a word about that furniture. And he kept all the
I see. He must have gotten rid of all the documents related to this transaction. No wonder...
I told you so.
But, Ms. Ganyu, despite all this, can't he just flat out deny...
He might have destroyed all the evidence, but
Aha!
I hope so. Let's go to Fanmu Carpenter. Thank you for shining a light.
Oh, please.
It's all right, Weishin.
Oh, that's...
Aren't there any, teleports?
Let the show be. I went to the wrong place, didn't I? Oh well. How do you get over there? Well, climbing it is.
Terra Smash!
Just going down there.
Ah, welcome. I'm usually happy to take new apprentices, but...
Jinx are really...
Hey, I heard...
Master Lu, we've just come to see you and ask you some questions.
Why would the Qixing...
You're very direct, Master Lu. I will be plain. We're looking for proof that Dongsheng from Second Life has been evading taxation. Dongsheng bought some furniture from you at the beginning of the year. Do you still have...
Oh, it's about Second Life. It was a big order.
Sure enough, Mr. Could we perhaps borrow?
Of course, but... As for old... But some trouble. Since you need...
So that's what...
I'll leave you to it.
Take back the warehouse, find the...
Wait, I think I saw one of the...
Oh, Paimon Season 2! It's one of the Fatui!
They must be
Maybe they're the scoundrels who invaded Master Lu's warehouse!
Ever since Osial, we won't call... Besides, my intuition...
Then what are we waiting for?
Beat him up.
Frozen.
Let's dance.
You're not going anywhere. Frozen descent. It's time for a flash freeze. Now you're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Ha!
Chill to
Ha!
the bone.
Ha! Terra Smash! Ha! Ha! Ha!
Let the show be.
Ha! Ha! Verdict is... Yeah! Quake!
I think you've had enough.
Plan? What?
We just taught you. If you don't, we'll be forced to use harsher methods.
I'm telling the truth.
If you're telling the...
Fine.
About to.
Big Berry's over there.
I must admit, I didn't expect you to come...
It's not an excuse. I think about it.
Judging by.
So you have nothing to do with...
Vanmo Carpenter's warehouse? I swear.
So it wasn't the Fatui who took over Master Lu's warehouse after all.
I misjudged our...
Exchange? This woman, she's clearly aware that the Ministry of Civil Affairs...
Yes, precisely. As an alternative, you may...
Paimon's in!
What's your choice, then?
I'll get back to my berries.
Yeah, no mercy.
What a bittersweet
They just
ending.
tried to kill me with the gosh dang overlord.
I made a laughingstock out of myself.
No worries.
Let's...
So all the way over there.
Let the show. So this is the warehouse. Seems like those troublemakers were nothing more than a few hair churls. Let's show them what we got.
Burn! Ha! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! What? To dust!
To dust!
Oz, reveal thyself!
Verdict is... Terra Smash! Yeah! Yeah! Quake! Terra Smash!
By royal decree! Let's dance!
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Wings of darkness, come!
No.
By royal decree!
Whopper. Whopper flower. But I want to call it Whopper Flopper Nectar.
Yeah! To dust!
By royal decree! All clear! Quick, let's look around for the invoice. This one is... This one is... Wangsheng Funeral Parlors. This one is... Second Lives! We finally found it! Let's bring this invoice back to Hoishin.
I need to get this. I'm gonna ignore that child. Oh, I'll just also get that as well. Geolocus. I think that's how you got him. Bird egg. I'm gonna find the bird then.
protect us.
Yo.
Oh, I promised to look. Agreed.
Please be mindful.
Tax evasion.
Isn't it Racine from the Yuahai Pavilion? I remember you. I told you that all of my transactions are included in the records. My tax declarations are scrupulous as well. I do hope that my business won't be affected by any groundless accusations.
Groundless accusations? Mr. Dongsheng, you seem very sure of yourself. But I sincerely advise that you cease this behavior immediately. It is liable to affect the fine you'll need to pay in the end.
No. I'm an honest merchant. I would never get involved with any fraudulent sources.
Haven't I made myself clear?
We got no shame.
Mr. Dongsheng, you've already been proven guilty of tax evasion. I just came here to see if you'd confess.
What? Proven guilty? How come? That's impossible. Absolutely absurd.
He's talking without rhyme or reason. Must be crumbling under Ganyu's pressure. Time for the finishing blow!
Mr. Dongsheng, can you tell me what this is?
It's an invoice from Fanmu Carpenters. I'm Master Lu. I didn't...
Do you admit to tax evasion? This transaction was absent from the tax record.
I didn't think you'd find out. I didn't leave a single trace.
Indeed. We wouldn't have found out if it weren't for Mr. Boalai's aid.
Boalai? That imp from Wanyo Boutique? So he told on me behind my back. He's got his own share of dirty laundry.
Oh? Mr. Dongsheng, I'd like to hear a little more about this dirty laundry. Would you care to elaborate? I don't think you'll need my guidance for what comes next.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Ganyu. I can take it from here.
That's good.
I must say, you're truly impressive, Ms. Ganyu. Your enemy knows you best. To think, you came up with this plan and executed it so masterfully.
It's actually one of your father's, the Tianshu's, old tricks. I just took some inspiration from it.
My father?
Hitting your opponent against their enemies and watching them drag each other down from an advantageous position. That's how Uncle Tian managed to keep his position in the Qixing secure for so many years. I figured that as Uncle Tian's daughter, you'd naturally grasp your father's strategies. So, I decided to use one of your father's tricks and play it out for you to see.
I can see it now. Clearly, I still have a lot to learn about my father. I'm really grateful, Miss...
Ganyu solved both poisons?
Oh, you've helped me.
That's not...
Then let me treat you to a meal.
Alright, come on, Ganyu. Just say yes. Let's eat!
If it's just a meal...
Actually, I've already booked Senor Kiosk. I need a moment to...
I'm floating. Enter. There. Yo. Food.
Miss Ganyu, thank you for accepting my invitation. And as for the two of you, your presence is also much appreciated.
Sure.
That's so kind of you, Huixin. You went to great lengths to organize this.
Truth be told, apart from thanking you for all—
Oh? If there's anything I can—
Oh, no, I don't really need help.
With pleasure.
When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me many stories about you, Miss Ganyu. Even though I have the utmost respect for my father, I always admired how gentle and reliable you are. I've only decided to join—
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
However, I can't compare myself to such an outstanding secretary like you.
I disagree.
Over the years, at first I was, but after all,
so
you'll help her. It'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask.
Huixin, I witnessed. It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years of Liyue Harbor's history. But I've always regarded it as nothing more than the— Huixin, you've made me— They rely—
No, of course.
Hooray!
Even if I've really been supplanted, I wished— I won't let you down. Regardless, I'm afraid that it might have all become a mess during my— No time to waste. Let's get back to work.
Good luck, Miss.
Food. That's my tip.
Baisha, are you okay? Did you fall asleep standing up? Look! Look who's back!
Look who's back.
You even have enough time for leisure? It seems you...
Not at all!
We wouldn't have survived.
Miss Ganyu,
We've been praying
to us, you're like...
Forget all our envious complaints from before. Just free us from this strenuous...
All right. Please divide. I'll take care of...
Of course.
Oh, finally.
Yes. I'd like to earnestly thank you, Traveler. If it weren't for your companionship, I would still be embroiled in my inner conflict right now. To think that I'd gained a human friend outside of work. It makes me happier than I could have imagined. I'd like to repay you when I'm done with the work at hand. What would you say if I accompanied you on one of your trips?
Sure, but are you...
Let's cross that bridge when we come to it, shall we?
Well, good luck, workaholic. I earned a lot of EXP. Oh well. Anything else? Descantus, Dolken. I'll make this. Dun 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 I failed that, gosh that. I'm really hungry. I gotta finish this. I failed. Oh well, I'll just do that later. Goodbye everybody. Well, I'll definitely need these. Well, goodbye everybody, and see you in another stream, because I am too lazy to record a video. Not unless I record a video right after this.